There are over 5 billion people using social media of some kind around the world at any given time. They are all watching and consuming for different reasons, and you need to get your content in front of them. But how do you fish through those 5 billion people to find your perfect viewer? You know, the one that's going to connect with you, want to know you, watch, like, and comment on everything you make. I'm here to help. Finding your audience is going to be foundational because if you don't know what they want to see from you, they aren't going to find and engage with you. And if they don't engage with you, they aren't going to be doing much of anything else with you either. So make sure to keep watching to not only find out how to find your perfect audience, but also get some actionable steps to help you really nail down who is going to become your raving fan. After all, I found you, didn't I? The better you understand your audience, the better content you can make for them. The better your relationship is with them, the more they will not only watch and engage, but buy from you. When you aren't clearly talking to the right person, it makes it difficult for the algorithm to put your content in front of the right people. Now, let's talk about the algorithm for a second. Now, how the algorithm works is going to test the audience based on the data and information you have provided in your content. It's first going to show your content to your followers and also other people who have a similar user behavior to your followers and the people who have watched your content. Now, when people engage, that's going to be clicking, watching for a certain amount of time, hitting that like button, sharing or commenting. The more people that are engaging, the more the algorithm is going to show your content to other people. That is literally how all of the algorithms work, both YouTube and TikTok. For example, when you're talking about like the YouTube home feed, that's all based on your user behavior and what you have watched, shared, and engaged with on YouTube. Same with TikTok. The things that you watch and engage with, whether you watch something for a long time, comment, like, or repost, the algorithm knows to put more content like that in front of you. And I cannot express this to you enough. Your audience is not everyone. This is a really common misconception that your content should appeal to everyone. When you try to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. Let me give you an example that might make a little bit more sense to you. A business doesn't do business with everyone. They focus on really specific life situations that allow for them to work. Let me give you like a service specific thing. Let's say that you are an HVAC company, the people that fix your heating and cooling systems. They want to talk to the people who own homes or manage homes. People that maybe are renting an apartment or college kids or like the younger people that live in the area that are not homeowners are not the people that they want to talk to. They want to talk to the people that actually own and operate and can make the purchasing decisions on a home or business's HVAC system. If they were just going to talk to everyone, they would never get their content in front of the right people. And a lot of people would be really irritated with seeing their content because it's completely irrelevant to them. So why would you do that with your content as well? When you don't have a specific person in mind, you become unrelatable and hard to connect with. Also, algorithms don't know who to put you in front of if you're not going to be specific about who you want to talk to. You really need to emphasize the need to identify and target a specific audience and segments of your audience so that you can create content they want to watch and so that the people who want to find you can, who your target audience is. First, consider engaging with social media content and community members in your own niche. Sometimes this is going to be going and like seeing who already is following and liking you, or finding people who are related to what you're talking to. I find that Facebook groups, Instagram scrolling, or my competitors are a really great way to see what people are posting and also engaging with in those comment sections. The comment section of your competitors section, gold. They are sharing their opinions, questions, comments, and more that you can turn into content and that you can engage with. You being there will show you if those are your target customers and also what they care about and want to know more about. I I also encourage you to dive into the data. Now, you also have to have posted things and have something to pull for this data to actually work. But there are also a lot of things that exist that have data about your target audience as well. Like, let's say, Google Analytics or Facebook's backend that can give you information about who you might be looking for. We live in a truly incredible world where our audience spends some amount of time online every day. And this is going to give you the option to study data from different platforms. Again, consider using tools like Google Analytics, Social Media Insights, or social listening tools to give specific information about intent, interests, demographics, and so much more. It's important to study if you already have some sort of online following. And if you don't, you can go into those tools and poke around to learn. Now, I learned an incredible hack from my friend Kristen over at the Six Sister Stuff about how you can really cultivate your audience and really find it out what it is that they want to do. Now, while this might be time consuming or weird, I really want you to consider creating a dummy YouTube or TikTok account to study similar content and audience engagement. Start watching content for the search terms and topics that you would want to be found for. Watch those videos all the way through. Look at the videos that are on the side. Look at what the algorithm continues to serve up to you and study what happens to your algorithm from those situations. Study what is made, the trends, and how the home feed really starts to shape. This helps you figure out what content your target audience will want to watch, and you can really learn about your audience by diving into those comment sections and seeing like who they are, what they're about. And then of course, you'll be getting data on the back end of your content as well through each of those algorithms data points. Now, one of my favorite activities that is incredibly helpful when trying to figure out who you should talk to is by creating custom avatars. This is a really important concept because it's going to explain who your persona is and what's going on with them. It's going to allow for you to identify as much about them as possible: age, location, relationship status, income, jobs, kids, housing, pets, favorite place to shop, what they eat, their hobbies, their guilty pleasures, struggles, problems, desires, so much more. You really need to know all of this stuff about your viewers because that's going to allow for you to know exactly what they need and who they are. To make this simple, I have some very simple questions that you can ask yourself about your target viewer. First, ask, who are they? Then, what do they need? Where are they? What do they like and don't like? How can you help them? Who do they trust? Now, once you've identified all of this information, I want you to give that person a name and I want you to talk to them very specifically. That is exactly what I do here every single time I make a video. I am talking directly to my camera as if it was that person. Every piece of content I type, every photo I make, every reel I generate, I am talking to someone very specific. In fact, I make about 3 different versions of my ideal viewer so that we can have better success on those platforms and create content that I know people are going to want to watch. Let's use Six Sister Stuff as an example. Six Sister Stuff is all about creating meals ready to eat for the busy family. They talk a ton about crock pots, pressure cookers, and freezer meals. So they know exactly who their person is because they have dedicated themselves to helping the busy mom in her mid-30s who has a couple of kids and a house to run by simplifying their food process. They provide not only how to do it, but also recipes, step-by-step instructions. They've created cookbooks, and they have countless resources for all of their moms out there to use to create those meals. So they have named them very specifically and they know who they are talking to very clearly. It's important for you to know that as well. To get you started with some effective tips and tricks, I want you to start creating and analyzing your content. It's really important for you to create a base of content that you can study and learn from that data. We have a saying in the YouTube space that you should create 100 videos before you can study what is and isn't working. You can really just get started with 10 to 15 and dive into the data and see who is watching and what you can do better. Really study that data and then start responding to the comments and the feedback that you're getting from your content. By knowing who likes what questions they're asking, you're going to be able to know if you're doing a good job and if you're attracting the right people. Really encourage interaction and participation in your messaging, in your videos, in your call outs, whatever it is. By getting people to do something, it allows for you to, again, further attract the right person to your content. And as you build your audience, consider conducting polls and surveys to gather more insights. You can ask people directly, what videos can I make for you? What do you want to know about this? How can I help or support you? You can also even level it up another step by occasionally offering useful downloads of free content to help them. We give away our script templates and a few other Camtasia templates all the time that allow for our people that use our tool to have success with what they're editing. And again, all of that is done for free. Now, the big goal, the massive finish line situation of what we're trying to accomplish with our perfect avatar is to build an offline community that we can communicate with either through email marketing or community platforms. The goal is to be so engaging and relatable that you can build a community somewhere else off platform and the people will come with you. They'll support you there. They'll give you money there and so much more. Now, there are some things that you need to have in place that you will build along the way, like an email list or build up a community hub. And there are countless community tools that are out there that you just have to find the one that is right for you. Now, we would love to know a little bit about your target audience. Share some details about your target audience in the comment section down below. And remember, when it comes to creating content for your perfect target audience, creating long form content holds a special place in our hearts. So go watch this video that I have for you right here about the benefits of long form content. I'm going to break down for you everything that you need to be successful with long form content.